So from time to time, I see comments asking, how do I pick the fans that we use on the fan showdown? Is it random? Is it go in an order of some sort? How does it work? And for the most part, it's a little bit of both. Sometimes I'll go in there and just grab the first 4 I see, or go all the way to the last page and grab the first 4 from the bottom. But every now and then, I just kind of like to browse through it. Like I might not even be shooting a fan showdown video, or I'm just at work on lunch or just bored, and I'm just going through looking at your guys' designs because you guys come up with some pretty cool stuff. And that's kind of what this video is about. Sometimes the things I see are so intriguing that regardless if they have any chance of working or not, I just want to print them out to see how they fit together and just kind of understand the idea behind the design. And that's kind of what this is all about. Now, I can't remember who sent this in, but if you follow the channel or you're subscribed to the channel, you remember on the community tab, I posted a picture of this little geared fan, and I was like, well, it doesn't really work, but it sure does look good. And a lot of you guys seen that, commented on it, gave it a like or two, and really wanted to see this work. And luckily for us, somebody put in the hard work. Thank you to Morning Brew for sponsoring today's video. Quick question. What did your morning look like before you subscribed to Morning Brew? Was it something like mine, maybe endlessly scrolling through Facebook or Twitter, not really seeing anything worthwhile? Well, now that I'm a member of Morning Brew, my mornings are off to a much better start. Morning Brew is a free daily newsletter, Monday through Sunday. It gets you up to speed on business news in just 5 minutes. Traditional news is dry, dense, boring. Morning Brew is witty, relevant, and informative. One thing that I've learned since subscribing to Morning Brew is that Dogecoin is going to the moon, or maybe not. Either way, Morning Brew helps me figure out what's going on. So if that piques your interest, head to the description below and click the link to subscribe to Morning Brew today. I mean, it is completely free, and it takes less than 15 seconds to subscribe. So head on down there, click the link, and get your morning started right. So the other day I was just kind of hanging out, and I happened to see that I had a notification from Twitter, or on Twitter, and somebody had tweeted at me, and it was somebody by the name of Contrail52, and they had said that they'd seen the little gear fan here on my community tab, and that they were working on a version of their own, and they thought they might have it working. And then later that day, or I think maybe I don't know how long ago, but basically later after that, they said, hey, here's a little video of it working. And it showed it actually spinning. And after that, I was like, hey, when you get it all buttoned up, make sure you send it over to me because I'm sure you guys want to see it. I want to see it. And that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to take a look at Contrail52's geared fan design that supposedly works, unless he's a great video manipulator. We're going to see if it works like a fan. And either way, it's going to be my new best in show favorite fan I've ever seen. Also, this color changing filament, big fan. I think it's pretty cool. But as you can see, things have changed slightly. For one, this hub, or the outer ring, now has anchor points so it can actually stay attached to the frame and it won't move. The planetary gears have changed slightly. He's gone with a little bit of a different, gear tooth design. But for the most part, they're pretty similar. And the clock, well, it looks like a clock to me. The center hub now has like these clock arms or fingers on it that are gonna actually help, aid in some airflow if we can get it to spin. And when you put it all together, it looks like one of those fancy little watches where you can see through the face and you can see all the gears moving. It's pretty fascinating. I do enjoy it. I haven't used it yet. I've printed it out, as you can see. It took quite a while to print it out. But I haven't put it on a fan and tried it out because I was waiting for you guys. So let's give it a shot. Now, unfortunately, he didn't send it over any installation instructions, but I know that it looked like he used these little Noctua deals here to hold the frame in place. And I'm looking at the Twitter pic, and it looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these little planetary gears. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess the first thing I'm gonna try to do is get that on if you have it that way. Looks to be. There we go. I think we got her. The seat. Okay, it's going around. So I got them all in there. The tricky part is the hub has to be at the same height as the rings. As I was putting it in there, I was kind of just moving around with my fingers. And if it's not exactly perfect, they start to walk themselves up. But I think I got it relatively decent. We're gonna see if we can get it to spin up. Also, you see, I printed all these guys, and then there's one that's green because I had to reprint one because one can messed up, and it's just cool. At least you'll be able to track it a little better. So here we go. Let's see if it spins. He says sometimes you gotta give it a little encouragement. Oh, oh, oh my God. That's so fascinating. Oh, hold on, buddy. He's losing speed. Get on, keep going. Nope, nope. Or is this, or we need to adjust our height a little bit? I wonder if we lubed him up a little bit. All I could find is some white lithium grease. It shows gears on it, so I'm thinking it's gonna be A-okay. It's better than nothing. As you can see, I've already put some in there. Let's see if we can start from a dig this time. Oh, we can. Oh my God, it's zipping. How loud is that? Let's see what it sounds like. So we're setting about 35.6 with everything off. It's so loud, and it's amazing. But I know what everybody wants to see, including myself. So now we're gonna do the smoke test. I'll give it another coating of lube, and then we'll smoke test it. And I actually want to show you guys what I use for the smoke test. I know a lot of you guys think I'm ripping fat vapes, but I'm not. What I'm actually using is just this fancy Halloween smoke machine. It's a fan stick. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want a nice smoke machine. This thing has done wonders for me. And what I do is I just blow it through this tube. Yeah, just a tube, and I put this little plug on the end with some slits in it to try to smooth out that flow. I think I'm going to change that at some point. Try to do something a little better, maybe a bundle of straws or something, because just try to make it a little better. But that is the secret to the smoke test. So let's see how it looks. So smoking here, we forgot one thing, to check how fast this actually is spinning with all this extra friction and mass spinning around in circles. How fast is it actually going? And surprisingly, it's zipping around at about 1400 RPMs, which is pretty surprising given this motor is really not known for its torque, but hey, it's working, and there's air moving through there. You can see it in the smoke test. It is mind-blowing just how well the model is. Just how the modeling skill that went into this is very, very, very good. I'm just happy to see it. It's great. But we can't end there. We have to try to cool the system over there. So we're going to see if this thing, I mean, it's been running good in little spurts for testing and sound testing and smoke testing, but it's got to run for a full 20 minutes on the test bench to see, what it finishes off temperature-wise. We're going to give it a shot. We'll see. If it keeps running the entire test, there's no way it's last place. What place do you think it's going to be? 1400 RPMs, moving some air. Let's find out. So what happened? Did it make it? Did it make it the whole 20 minutes? Of course it did. The TikTok clock fan is an absolute unit. And that's actually its name. I didn't even tell you that. The name of this fan is the Tick-Tock Clock Fan. It was made by Kyle, who goes by Contrail52. And if anything, during the 20 minutes, it actually got better. It's so smooth now, it's mind-blowing. All the lubricant has been spread along the perimeter and all through the gears. And the gears have like nested or seated together, and they're just so satisfying now. And actually, after the run was complete, I looked at all the teeth, and I don't see anything that shows any damage. If anything, they're a little bit better shape now that they've meshed together so much. And it just goes to show you, you never know what you guys are going to think of. This is actually incredible. And it will be my new favorite fan, regardless of its scores. I'm not even going to take it apart. This fan will stay like this until I absolutely positively need it. But I'm going to leave it as it is and just put it off to the side so we can all admire it in its glory. But what it finished at after the testing was... the Tick-Tock Clock Fan came in with an average temperature of 80.4 and a room temperature of 18.8, giving you a delta of 61.6, meaning it was a little chilly in the room today, but it didn't throttle. It was super loud. I tried to watch like some level 1 tech news while it was running, but it was pretty much impossible. Even I just had to turn my stereo all the way up to hear it, and you just had this thing whipping around the background. But that means the fan finished 44 overall, which is not a bad score given the complexity of this thing, and it's just a wonder. It's just beautiful. And the best part is, if you want to download this and test it out, Kyle has made it available for everybody on his Thingiverse account, which I'll link in the description below. You can download the STO miles, you can download the actual 3D models, or you can just download just the G code. I believe it's for the Prusa Mark III's, and just print it out, test it, use the models to tweak it and create your own, and send it over to me. And if it's that amazing and it blows my mind, maybe we'll make a video about it. So make sure to get subscribed to the channel. Check out my Thingiverse account for the data to make your own fan. Send me your models to the Fan Showdown or at gmail.com. And we'll see you in the next episode. And this thing is beautiful.